Lamont Roach firmly believes he should have been declared the winner in his fight against WBA lightweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis on Saturday night. He argues that if the referee had made the correct decision in the 9th round, when Davis took a knee after being hit, he would have secured the victory. The fight took place at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, and was highly anticipated by boxing fans. Roach feels that the referee's failure to acknowledge what should have been a knockdown cost him the win and altered the course of the fight. This controversial moment has sparked debate among fans and analysts, as many believe the outcome could have been different if the referee had made the right call. Many fans on social media also felt that Roach had done enough to win the fight, pointing out that Gervonta Davis didn't look as dominant as he usually does. Observers noted that Tank appeared slower and less effective, which was unusual for the undefeated champion. Some speculate that Davis's lack of recent fights, facing weaker opponents before this matchup, and possibly underestimating Roach, all contributed to his underwhelming performance. Roach, however, maintains that he was confident in his efforts throughout the fight and wasn't depending on the 9th round incident to secure his victory. In the end, the judges scored the fight as a 12-round majority draw, with one judge favoring Davis at 115-113, while the other two scored it 114-114. Despite these official scores, many boxing fans and experts believe Roach had the upper hand, even without the referee recognizing what they see as a clear knockdown in the 9th round. "I felt I won the fight, even without that moment being counted as a knockdown," Roach told reporters in a post-fight interview. He expressed his frustration over the referee's decision not to acknowledge Davis taking a knee, explaining that according to boxing rules, a fighter who voluntarily goes down should receive an automatic 8 count. Roach and his supporters argue that if this rule had been applied correctly, it could have significantly influenced the final outcome. Additionally, some believe that since Davis was the bigger star and the main attraction of the event, the referee may have been hesitant to make a call that could negatively impact such a high-profile fighter. The Barclays Center was packed with fans, primarily there to see Davis, and this level of popularity can sometimes influence close decisions. Despite the controversy, Roach remains focused on his overall performance and the skills he showcased in the ring. "I wasn't counting on that call to win. I was in control, landing more punches and connecting with stronger shots," he said, emphasizing his confidence in his performance. "I believe I did enough to win the fight outright, but if that knockdown had been counted, I would have won by majority decision." Roach remains determined to continue proving himself and hopes this fight will lead to bigger opportunities in the future. While the official result may not reflect what he believes he earned, the fight has boosted his reputation, and many fans now see him as a serious contender in the division. Roach's disappointment is understandable, as fighters train for months with the goal of leaving no doubt in the judges' minds. However, in the world of boxing, close fights often come down to the smallest details, and controversial calls can change everything. Many analysts believe that Roach displayed superior boxing skills, landing cleaner and more effective punches throughout the fight. His ability to control the pace and pressure Davis into uncomfortable situations showcased his talent and preparation. While Davis has built a reputation as a knockout artist, Roach managed to neutralize much of his power, proving that he belonged at the highest level of competition. The 9th round incident remains the biggest talking point, with many fans and boxing experts calling for a review of the fight. Some believe that if the referee had made the correct call, Roach would have had a stronger case for winning on the scorecards. Boxing history has seen many fights where controversial decisions overshadowed great performances, and this fight might be added to that list. Roach's supporters argue that the boxing world should not ignore the rules just because a superstar is in the ring. They believe that every fighter, regardless of status, should be judged fairly, and that referees must be held accountable for crucial mistakes. For Davis, this fight raises questions about his conditioning and focus. While he remains undefeated, his performance against Roach was far from his best. Some fans speculate that Davis may not have taken Roach as seriously as he should have, possibly assuming he would secure an easy victory. Others point to his lack of activity in recent years, arguing that fighters need consistent high-level competition to stay sharp. If Davis wants to maintain his reputation as one of the best in the sport, he may need to reassess his training and future opponents. A rematch against Roach could be the best way for him to prove that this fight was just an off night. Roach, on the other hand, has gained a lot of respect despite the official result. His performance has shown that he can compete with the best in the lightweight division, and many fans are now calling for him to get another big fight. If a rematch with Davis doesn't happen, Roach could still land a fight with another top contender, as his stock has certainly risen. Fighters who perform well against elite opponents, even in controversial decisions, often find themselves with more opportunities. Roach's ability to push Davis to his limits has made him a name to watch moving forward. As the dust settles, the debate over this fight is likely to continue. Fans, analysts, and even other fighters have shared their opinions, with some demanding a rematch, or at least an explanation for the referee's decision. Boxing is a sport filled with controversial moments, and this fight has added another chapter to that history. Whether Roach gets another shot at Davis or moves on to another challenge, he has proven that he is a force to be reckoned with. Regardless of what happens next, this fight will be remembered as a night when an underdog stood his ground and nearly shocked the world.